Welcome to the Minivan Lee Show. I've got a really good episode for you today. I'm pink. I am pink. Look at my pink. Peace. Yes. And she's my little twin, yeah? Minivan Lee. She's in pink. I thought I'd keep looking at her sitting over here. And I thought, well, let's go pink today. Well, actually, there she is. She sits there next to my raven. I love ravens. They're very smart. Ravens are more intelligent than porpoises. Yes, dolphins. They have language, they can learn, and they actually can learn to talk. I checked it out. I remember I read about the ravens. I really watched them when I was up near the Grand Canyon. So I wanted to check them out, and it's amazing. There's a guy wrote a complete book. He studied them for years. Quite amazing. But I got my hippie glasses on. Peace, love, and harmony. Woo! Okay. Woo! Oh, and high five. Good things are coming your way. Okay. First discussion on this episode is Valerie French. Hey, Valerie. You had a great question, and I thought I have got to put this out. You said, what happens if we can't get our hands on propane or butane? Because, supposedly there's this recession coming down the line. Could be a total financial collapse, but let's stay positive, okay? But Paul and I have contemplated this along with Glenna, and Glenna is very instrumental in moving me and Paul towards thinking about these things. So shout out to Glenna. Well, what we did, we pondered this. So what we did, we have solar. Yes, we have solar. So we've got energy. We don't always need propane or butane or charcoal. We've got a sun that generates power. We also have power stations that can store the power. A lot of people call these, let me get it over here. Let's see, I've got my light plugged in. So I use 2 Jackeries. I don't like to advertise Jackeries because they've never contacted me to promote them or give me anything. And I constantly promote them. Now, Blue Eddy I promoted Blue Eddy because they have given me a couple of power stations. But this is my Jackery. This is a 500. But I will tell you who does promote me, who I will promote. That's also Okmo. But their power station is in my garage, and I didn't want to drag it all the way out here. It's 1,000 watt Okmo. Paul has a 2,000 watt Okmo. So between all of us, he's got 2 Blue Eddies, and I've got 2 Jackeries, 500, that's 2,000. He's got a 2,000. We have 5,000 watts of power at any given time if they're all powered up. Okay, so here's the deal. Now, you living in a sticks and bricks can get those Okmos too. I would. Get an Okmo 2000. You never know when your electricity is going to fail you or the grid's going to go down. And you've got food in your refrigerator, right? So you need solar panels and you need power stations. I call them a power station because it's a station. You can plug in USB, 12 volt, or AC 110 AC. Right. I mean, you've always got, you can pretty much plug in anything. Okay, so as long as you have those 2 things, then you can get some more gadgets. So what Paul and I got was, it's aroma, and it's a rice cooker. But we can do all kinds of things in it. We could bake, we can make soup, we can, yeah, and I just wanted a small one because it's just me and Paul. But yeah, and I got one where I could take this out and wash it. The first one we bought, I forget what brand it was, but I couldn't take that. I thought, well, I returned it. This isn't going to work for me. But it's 110 AC. So as long as if diesel runs out, whatever, and they can't deliver product anymore for a while, or it gets really thin, right? I've got sun, and I've got something to draw the sun in, and then place it into my power bank, my power station. Then I can access. It's like putting power in a bank, and then I can use it when I want to, right? So I've got this if I need to cook, right? Or now if I want to heat up water, I've got my portable kettle. What is the brand of this? Is this called a portable kettle? There you go. This is, and it is, see? Put that in there. And again, we have 110 AC, electric. So I can put it in there. So we're set. We're not going to starve of coffee. Then we can make coffee and tea. Here's what we do. Paul uses his every day, but he's got I don't know. I just don't I don't always use this. I kind of just use my butane. But you filled up the water, and when you turn it on, put water in. There's a line that you can't go above. Just put that on there, plug it in, and this lights will come on, and it goes all the way up to 210. I think that's boiling, but I always put mine at 175 or 195. That's hot enough for coffee or tea. Yeah. So this is what we have, just in case. I don't always use this. I mean, I use this to make rice, or I don't use this a lot. This is my survival. This is in case everything starts falling apart and I need to warm something up or cook it. Now, I hate to be so negative, but if it really falls apart, I'm not going to be cooking, because everybody will smell the food and they'll come and they'll kill me and eat my food. So probably I would pop open a can and just eat it, right? Right. So the marauders will come if they smell food cooking. But this is for moderate things. I'm not getting as much butane as I would like to keep making my coffee, right? But I'll tell you, if everything did collapse, I've talked about it, I've seen it in movies, I've read enough novels, oh my gosh, end of the world novels. If they can smell food, they will come, and they will hurt you and take whatever you have. It's the way it is. A lot of people say, well, I live on a farm and I've got my organic food going. Believe me, unless you have a militia and you've trained them to protect, and then you're going to feed your militia, and that's their payment, you're going to lose everything, because they will come like locusts. They'll gather together and they will come and they will take whatever anybody has. So just so you know, just so you know. Oh, okay, you come out of here. There we go. Yeah. Put this away again. This is for survival. Okay. So there's your answer, Valerie. Yeah. You got to prepare a little bit. And I believe that this will cook with my 500. I believe I'll have to, but I usually use my 1,000 watt Okmo. And I love Okmo. I'll tell you, they're great to work with, and they have good customer service. So lollipop. Lollipop, lollipop, oh, lollipop. Actually, the Bee Gees, this is one of the first, that was one of the first songs they learned on harmony. They heard it on the radio way back, and they started practicing it, and their dad came out, who was into music anyways. I think he was an orchestra leader or something like that, and he says, he goes, that was you. He goes, it came out. He goes, I thought that was on the radio. They were so good, the Bee Gees. I do like the Bee Gees because they have reinvented themselves. They reinvented themselves decade after decade after decade, where a lot of bands, I mean, they kind of went down after a decade. Music changes. That's statistics. So, but they kept reinventing themselves. Yeah. I mean, they were like awesome. My favorite Bee Gee was Robin. I really liked his voice the best. I really did. He had just awful teeth when he was younger. But got him fixed. I thought he was the cutest one out of the bunch too. So Robin, but he passed away from liver cancer. Maurice Moe, he had a freak accident in the hospital. He went in for, I forget what it was, and he had a heart attack and went into a coma during the operation. I don't know, did something go wrong? You know how that goes. And it was very sudden. And then, and then Robin passed away from liver cancer, and Barry is the only one still alive. Yeah. Okay, next is a shower. Let me go ahead. I want to talk about showers. Showers. Showers are highly overrated. This is from the previous video. If you want to just go down one notch, that's on that video. And I talk about that. And, let me see her. And Kate Barkley. Hi, Kate. Love you. You're a nomad, I'm sure, because you know. She says, let me put on my glasses. There we go. Yes. Okay, I'm kind of silly today, I will tell you. I woke up this morning. Now, you're watching this on Manic Monday, right? It's Monday, and you're probably, getting ready to... get over here. I always have to pull it over here. There. You're on camera. There you go. And I woke up, and I thought it was Monday, and I was just going to go to the gym and work out super, super hard. And it was like 2 hours later, and I'm getting ready to go, and I've had my coffee. I've done all my business stuff, my paperwork. And I realized, oh my gosh, it's Sunday. I love Sunday. I sort of chilled out all of a sudden. Easy like Sunday morning. Remember that song? Easy like Sunday morning. I've been in Chilltown ever since. Pink. Okay, so here it is. Kate, in my opinion, people are way too obsessed with thinking that showers are the only way to get clean. Wow, I totally agree. Showers are so overrated. It is so easy to keep yourself clean without wasting many gallons of water. I know I do get comments from people that they live in houses, and they tell me, well, you should get reusable. The latest one is usable paper towels. I love the suggestions, but it's just not practical for me. I don't want to be storing a cloth in my minivan with food particles on it. No, paper towels are the best way to go for a nomad. I don't want to attract bugs. Yeah, and one of you did mention that. You don't want to attract bugs, and I instinctively knew that. But I don't waste a lot of paper. And as far as water goes, oh my gosh, we nomads do not waste water. We do not. Self-care is not difficult. She says, my dog and I only use a gallon of water a day, keeping clean, drinking water or tea or coffee, and for washing out bowls. Amen, sister. Yes. Same with me, although I don't have a dog. I think Paul said he uses about 1.25 gallons because Abby's she's a bigger dog, and she drinks a little bit more water. Which reminds me, if you got water handy, let's just take a moment. Let's have a silent moment and replenish our fluids. Oh my gosh, it's pink. It's pink. Everything is pink. So that's a shower. And she goes on to talk about paper waste and parks to visit, get exercise. Yeah, she's talking about the nomad life, because the previous video, if you go down and look at it, and if you haven't already, or revisit it and see what we're talking about. But I talk about the van life, and is it doable? Is it doable? Is it scary? Can you do it? Are we homeless? What's the difference between homelessness? I'll let you watch that video. But let's talk showers, because I read an article, a really good article about taking showers, and they actually can hurt your body. If you take a shower often, and I'm even going to say probably once every 3 days is a little bit too often. I think taking a shower, let's just say a hot shower, taking a hot shower is really not good for you at all. It's really not. One, and the most surprising that, I can't find the article right now, but the most surprising that I found was that there are microscopic bugs, microorganisms that live on our skin. And they are useful. They're happy bugs. They're happy creatures. They're helpful. They should be there. It's kind of like in your gut. You've got healthy bacteria in your gut. They're living things in your hair, and you've got healthy things on your body. Yes, we share our body with living creatures. We really do. It sounds weird, but it's true. And they're very useful. And one type of microorganism on your body helps keep you from getting skin cancer. Yes, true. And this is medically proven. So by taking those hot showers, I mean, maybe that's why we're getting more skin cancer. I don't know. That would take a lot of studies to find out, wouldn't it? And I don't have the time or the resources or enough subjects that are willing to keep taking showers and go stand out in the sun. Are you willing? You can sign up and we can do it. But, and then you have to have all the variables taken care of. Oy vey shmir. Let's not go there. But I do want to talk about showers. Okay, showers. What's the history of showers? What was the first ever shower for humans? Showers for humans. I'll wait just a second. What do you think? The first shower. Well, I can't hear you say it, but I will say it. It was a waterfall. Humans discovered that if they stand under a waterfall, natural waterfall, that it really does cut down on the dirt and grime on your body. Isn't that cool? Makes sense. Remember remember King Kong, the one with Jessica Lange in it and Jeff Bridges, where he took her and he plopped her into the water, and then I think he held her under the shower, the waterfall. Okay, waterfall. Okay, that was the first. Now, as far as man-made showers, well, man did help out a little bit. The first recorded was the Egyptians, and what they did was they took jugs of water. They had their servants or whoever, otherwise, whatever, and they poured jugs of water over them. That was a shower. It was sort of a man-made shower, a man-powered. Let's say that, a man-powered shower. Okay. Next came the Greeks. They actually had water. They would pour, with the Greeks, they would pour water, but the Greeks went further. They actually had a drain system, right? It was just a pipe. They attached a pipe so that the water could drain out of wherever they were pouring water on top of them. Next came the Romans. Yes, the Romans built a more complicated and extensive drainage system, like a sewer system. So they started building a lot of bathhouses that people could pour water over them, right? But in 1767, William Feetham in London, he created a basin and chain method. It was a basin and it was a chain, and it would pump water in through it, and then when they pulled the chain, water would come out. The only problem with him is he used a basin system, and it was constantly recycling the dirty water, so that wasn't good. But, humans were pretty smart. One thing leads to another. In 1810, it was created by somebody anonymous, the British Regency shower method. Okay, that was in England, yeah. Okay, so it used hot water for the first time in 1810. And it brought back the drainage system of the Greeks and the Romans so that it would drain out and they did not have to recycle the water. Okay. Now, going further, in 1920, people started pushing a little bit wider use of the shower. And they started talking about it. They started telling everybody about it. The shower system. And then in the 1980s is when it went mainstream, and they really went all out. So the 1980s started our history of long, hot showers. There you go. So now you know a little bit more of the history of the shower. But these are the cons of a shower. They damage your skin cells. What they do is a hot shower, people say, well, what's a hot shower? Hold on, I'm thirsty. I always have to push this. When I open this, water. Drink your water, everybody. Yeah, let me take this. Okay, so the shower system, hot water is a relative term, isn't it? I mean, what's hot? Well, I believe anything over really probably 98 degrees is going to be hot and not good for your skin. When I take a shower, sometimes I will have it hot if it's on my skin, because I don't take showers very often, and it does feel good, but never on my hair, because it does damage your hair. It actually can destroy your hair cuticles, and the cuticles and up here, the follicles when they're coming out, it can destroy it. So, yeah, and it does damage your skin, because hot water, what it does is it runs off the top layer of the dermis, and all the oils and everything it gets destroyed. And it causes dry skin, obviously. And, it's here to go, guys. It damages your fertility, your testis health. Another word for balls. Your testicles can get damaged, the sperm. Now, if you're over a certain age, you think, oh, who cares? But if you're not, well, there you go. And it can your hair cuticles, right? Hair follicles. And it can aggravate acne. Who knew that? Hot showers are just too comfortable also. You just stand in them for too long. And it says your productivity will suffer. If you stand in a hot shower too long, it's too hot, you lose it. It kind of drains you of your energy. It's very relaxing. But if you're taking a hot shower, maybe in the morning, if you do take a hot shower, they suggest that you turn on the cold and close up the skin pores. There you go. So that's the history of showers, and I totally agree. It is ridiculous to think that you need a shower every day. Nomads, like I said yesterday, there are nomads that haven't had a shower in years. They just don't, because they would have to pay for it. Either they got to join a gym, or they need to go to Pilot or some place to shower. And they're done with it. I love to take a good bath. Showers, I don't really need a shower. I can in fact, let me sit down here. Let me get comfy, cozy. My pink. I'm pink. Yeah, lollipops. I really don't need to wash my hair but once every 2 weeks. And even people say that's even iffy. Yeah, I don't produce the same kind of oil that a young girl does, and it can really damage your hair follicles, which I'm trying to make sure that I keep nice, my hair cuticles, keep smooth, so that I can grow out my hair better and keep it healthier so it gets thicker. Yeah. So guys, you're thinking, she sure does talk hair. I know. Well, we girls, we like hair, right? We just do. We like our hair. So, get my pink glasses on. There we go. A little bit different. I know I'm back in my studio again. I'm not outside. Why? Why aren't I outside? It's too cold. It's cold out there. It's too cold to go to the park. I've actually been spending a lot of time. Either I go to the gym, or we go to a restaurant, or I go shopping, or maybe walk around at the mall. But going outside, it's just been kind of cold, and I'm just not into it right now. So I do spend more time in my van, but I do get to the gym, and I do get my exercising done. So, yeah. Okay, so what else did I want to mention? Yeah, showers. You can stay clean. You don't have to have a shower. I wash up. I will tell you what I do. I have my collapsible bucket when I clean. Well, if you haven't seen it yet, let me get it. My collapsible bucket. And actually, this is actually too big. I keep it when I'm not driving and I'm back here. I keep it like on my dash. But this is it. This is the wash rag I'm currently using. And this is my bucket. There we go. See? For washing up, I only fill it to like to here. I really could use a smaller one, right? But yeah. And what I use, this is, first I wash my face. This is what I wash my face with. CeraVe. And after I wash my face and rinse it, I put 5 drops of tea tree oil in the water. About 5 drops. You don't have to rinse it off, and it cleans me up wonderfully. Yeah, I just start washing everywhere. Yeah, that's what I do every night. I wash up, and it's a wonderful thing. And so you can see how much water I use, right? Now, what do I do with my water that I'm done with? What I do is I pour it into my pee bottle. Yeah, I just pour it in there. Makes it smell good anyways. You know, it's got tea tree oil in it. A lot of people say, ooh, I don't like the odor of tea tree. I don't mind it at all. If you live in a sticks and bricks, you know what I did when I lived in a house? I always used tea tree oil. I had a spray bottle, and I would put a few drops in it. Not a lot, 5 drops, and always have it handy. And what I would do, like at night when I was doing my last dishes or whatever, or after I did a lot of cooking, I would spray down my counters and my stove, the top of the stove, and I would walk away for a few minutes and then go wipe it up. Yeah. Makes it smell clean, really cleans it up nicely. One of the reasons I started getting tea tree oil again is during COVID. Do you remember that they were running out of hand sanitizer? You couldn't find it, right? Somebody was hoarding it. Well, I went ahead and I thought, tea tree oil. And so what I did was I kept one of my pump things, and I pumped out tea tree oil and go like that. There you go. Yeah. So then I just started using it on a full-time basis, washing up and everything. Well, I hope that answered a couple of your questions. I do want to visit my curtains. I want to show you, one of you wanted to see my curtains. You can see this pretty good. I use these little clips. They're the smallest clips. Let me take this down. I have it up with 3. 1, 2, and 3. And this holds it up. Now, how do I have my curtain up here in the first place? I'm going to take this one off, and this is it, because I don't want to redo the whole thing. There's rubber, and it goes around the window. This is my second row seat. And what I did was I cut this blackout curtain larger than the window. Obviously, you don't want it to be too tight. And I took it and I pulled the rubber down, and I shoved this in there. And I took this clip and pulled it down in there. So this is clipped clip, 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 clip. Okay, so when I roll this up, this is what I do. It's so easy. I take the middle. I just roll it. I just kind of grab it to about here. I take this. You'll get used to it. I just roll it up, and right here, see that little clip that's hanging out? Now, I don't know if you can see it. There's a little point, the clip. I take another clip, and I clip it right there. You just have to like play around with it. But it's so simple. It's just, yeah. It's a no-brainer. And this is what I do when I roll it up. Maybe you can see this one better. There we go. I try to keep it neat. It's about like that. There we go. There you go. Pretty easy. And I have the other side too. It's just the way it is. Play around with it. That's the best you can do. But there's that little rubber lip that goes around there. Okay, well, have a really cool pink day, everybody, right? It's pink day. It's a pink day. And I know it's Monday for you. Or you know what? If you're a creature of the future watching this, it could be a Wednesday. It could be a Tuesday, but still have a good pink day. Oop, even this is pink. Pink. Okay, everybody. I love you guys. Please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out. I got the book, How to Live in a Minivan, the Minivan Leeway. It's got everything in there. I'm going to say it. It's the best nomad van dwelling book on the market. There are lists upon lists, and you know you love those lists, right? And I know that I love all you guys. Thanks for spending time with me today. Love you guys. Till tomorrow. Bye.